Cruise lines keep 11 adult cruise secrets locked away, and most travel advisors won't breathe a word about them. We're talking about the real story behind adult cruising in 2026 that could completely change how you vacation. The cruise industry transformed dramatically over the past few years. Sure, families with kids still pack the ships, but there's this entire hidden world of adult cruising that plays by different rules. You need to know how this world actually operates.
Welcome back to Cruise Edition, your go-to channel for everything cruising. Here we break down the latest cruise news, updates, and insider secrets so you can get the absolute most value out of your next adventure at sea. If you love cruising or you're planning your very first voyage, you've found the right place. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update.
Let's start with those stunning balcony cabins you're probably eyeing. You've seen those dreamy photos of couples sipping champagne on their private outdoor space, right? Well, here's what cruise lines never mention about balcony privacy. Those barriers between balconies aren't nearly as private as they appear. The glass partitions separating balconies have gaps at floor level, sometimes several inches wide. The dividers don't reach the ceiling either, creating sight lines that can expose more than you'd expect. Even the glass barriers themselves can betray your privacy when lighting conditions shift throughout the day. This matters because many adult travelers choose balcony cabins specifically for the privacy they think they're buying. If intimate moments on your balcony are part of your cruise plans, you'd better understand exactly how much privacy you actually get. Cruise lines certainly won't spell this out in their glossy brochures. Speaking of things cruise lines keep quiet about, let's discuss alcohol limits. Most people think buying a beverage package means unlimited drinking. That's wrong. Only 2 major cruise lines actually impose drink limits, but these restrictions can seriously derail your vacation if you're caught off guard. Carnival Cruise Line caps you at 15 alcoholic drinks daily. Princess Cruises goes further, limiting both alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks to 15 per day on their lower-tier beverage packages. If you're planning an adults-only getaway with serious drinking involved, these restrictions need to influence your cruise line choice. If you're enjoying this video and getting real value from the cruising information we're sharing, please consider smashing that like button and subscribing. It genuinely helps the channel more than you might realize, and it helps this video reach other people who may need this information but don't even know to look for it yet. Alright, back to the video. Now, if your main goal is dodging hordes of children completely, you have 3 strategies, and only one guarantees success. The foolproof option is sailing with Virgin Voyages, the only major adults-only cruise line. In 2026, they've expanded their routes significantly, offering departures from Miami, Seattle, and Los Angeles domestically, plus Portsmouth, Athens, and Barcelona internationally. Your second option targets premium luxury lines that naturally repel families through pricing alone. These lines don't promise an adult-only experience, but demographics skew heavily toward adult travelers simply because of the cost barrier. The third strategy involves booking high-end cabins in adults-only sections of traditional cruise ships. Norwegian's The Haven and MSC's Yacht Club create exclusive adult environments within family-friendly vessels. You're paying premium prices, but you're essentially buying your escape from the family cruise chaos. Strategic timing can also dramatically shift your fellow passenger demographics. Certain sailing dates naturally attract fewer families with children. Off-peak seasons, particularly during school periods, can significantly reduce school-age travelers. However, this requires careful research because some off-peak periods coincide with spring breaks or holiday seasons. Now we're entering territory most travel advisors won't discuss publicly. There's an entire adult cruising segment operating in specialized markets. The most famous example is the Big Nude Boat, an annual nude cruise operating specifically for clothing-optional enthusiasts. This isn't some urban legend. It's a legitimate charter offering completely unrestricted experiences for naturism enthusiasts at sea. Even more specialized are lifestyle cruises, operated by companies like Bliss Cruise. These are couples-only charters designed specifically for swinging and open relationship communities. Bliss Cruise operates multiple trips annually, including charters aboard Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas, one of the world's largest cruise ships. These lifestyle cruises feature clothing-optional pool decks, themed nights, and multiple designated play areas accommodating varying comfort levels. The marketing language stays deliberately careful, emphasizing spaces to meet your level of comfort and interest, indicating tiered participation options. You're not required to participate in everything, but you are signing up for an environment where these activities happen openly. Now is your chance to get your finger or your mouse and click that like button like you have never clicked it before. Alright, now let's get back to the video. Bliss Cruise charters require a minimum age of 21 and maintain exclusively couples-only policies. The itineraries typically include Caribbean destinations with stops in Mexico, Jamaica, Haiti, and other Caribbean islands. What's fascinating is that major cruise lines like Royal Caribbean willingly charter their flagship vessels for these specialized markets, indicating industry validation of this segment. This brings us to another unspoken reality about adult cruise behavior. Many people assume their cabin balcony provides complete privacy for intimate encounters. Beyond the architectural limitations we discussed, there are other visibility concerns you need to consider. Balconies on higher decks can be visible from other ship areas, and during certain times, lighting conditions can create unexpected exposure. Cruise lines handle this delicately in their policies, but the bottom line is clear. Any activity visible from public ship areas can result in serious consequences, including forced disembarkation at the next port. Let's address something even more serious: onboard drug policies. This territory extends far beyond cruise line policies into federal maritime law. Bringing controlled substances aboard violates federal regulations, and enforcement happens through partnerships with customs and border protection agencies. The consequences aren't just about getting kicked off the ship. You're potentially facing federal charges. What many people don't realize is that cruise ships in international waters still fall under their flag country's jurisdiction, and most major cruise lines are flagged in countries with strict drug enforcement agreements with the United States. The risk simply isn't worth it, regardless of your personal views on drug policies. There's also what some passengers call the naughtiest game on the cruise: informal activities that develop naturally among adult passengers, rather than being part of official programming. These tend to be spontaneous social interactions happening in bars, lounges, or other common areas. The key here is understanding the unwritten social codes governing these interactions. For passengers seeking sophisticated adult environments without venturing into lifestyle cruise territory, premium suite areas offer a middle ground. Luxury cabin sections designed for suite-only guests naturally create more adult-oriented environments. These areas typically have fewer children due to pricing barriers, and they often feature more sophisticated amenities and social spaces. The upgrade costs for these premium areas directly correlate with demographic separation. You're essentially paying for access to a more exclusive passenger population, along with enhanced amenities and services. What's particularly interesting about all these adult cruise options is how little information is readily available through traditional booking channels. Most cruise lines don't publicly acknowledge or advertise many of these features because they're trying to maintain broad family appeal while also serving adult markets. This means informed travelers must actively research company policies, vessel layouts, and sailing schedules to identify genuinely adult-friendly cruises. The information exists, but it requires digging beyond glossy marketing materials focused on family-friendly messaging. Virgin Voyages has been most transparent about positioning themselves in the adult cruise market. Their 2026 expansion includes weekend cruises, transatlantic voyages, and repositioning cruises offering destinations beyond standard Caribbean routes. They're capitalizing on wave season early booking discounts to capture cost-conscious adult passengers wanting guaranteed child-free environments. Lifestyle cruise operators maintain active annual scheduling with multi-year vessel partnerships with major cruise lines. This consistency indicates sufficient demand to justify the specialized market, and that major cruise companies see value in serving this demographic even when it's not their primary focus. Weekend cruise options have become particularly popular among time-constrained adult travelers. Two-night sailings from Miami to the Florida Keys serve as entry points for first-time cruisers and scheduling limited professionals wanting to experience adult-oriented cruising without committing to longer voyages. The reality is that adult cruising in 2026 offers options ranging from simply avoiding children to fully embracing alternative lifestyle experiences. The key is understanding exactly what each option provides and what the unspoken rules and expectations are for each cruise type. Whether you're seeking a romantic getaway without kids around, a sophisticated luxury experience, or something more adventurous in the lifestyle cruise category, the options exist. But success in adult cruising comes down to doing research that goes well beyond what traditional travel agents will tell you, understanding the real policies and social dynamics of each option, and being honest about what kind of adult cruise experience you're actually seeking. The cruise industry has evolved to serve these markets, but they're not going to advertise the details prominently. Armed with this information, you can make informed decisions about which adult cruise experience matches your expectations and comfort level for 2026.